Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before I get started with this lesson, I would like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Ha, Rakah, Kwadash, Ma'amah. Definitely want to give double honors to the apostles of GMS and their elders. Definitely want to give honors to my elder, Aharawam, Bon Yashal, the Lions Den Camp, located in Jacksonville, Florida. Shalom to the sincere Akim, Akwatin that believe in sincerity and truth. Shalom. All right. And for anybody that's new to this, the true name of the Heavenly Father in the Lashawan Kodash, the Holy Tongue, which is the Paleo Hebrew, ancient Hebrew, all right, his true name is Yahweh, all right, not Jehovah, not God, all right, and the true name of his only begotten Son is Yahweh Shai, not Jesus, not JC, not baby Jesus, not Jesus, not Zeus, none of that, man, all right. His true name is Yahweh Shai. All right. Now, without further ado, let's go right into it. All right, let's get into the lesson. All right. The article here it reads AI invasion countdown? Question mark. China prepares for warfare with killer robots set for deployment within 2 years. All right. So Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai put it on my spirit to do a lesson on this. And Lord willing, Yahweh Ratazah Bahashim Yahweh Shai, this lesson is edifying because we always got to ask in the Lord's name. All right. And Bahashim just means in the name of. All right. So, as the article says, China prepared for warfare with killer robots, man. All right. Now we all know that America has been showing their killer dog robots, and killer robots. All right, but we got to understand that Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai set up Moab, which is China today. All right, the children of Lot, Moab and Ammon. All right, Ammon being the Japanese and Moab being the Chinese today. All right. But we gotta understand that the Lord uses Moab as a watch pot, man. That's why they're so good in their technology and how fast and quick they are in building and their technology, right? So the article says China is set to deploy killer robots in battle within the next 2 years, according to recent claims. This warning coincides with the unveiling of robotic dogs equipped with machine guns by the communist state. All right, now we already seen this before, right? But we gotta understand this China we talking about, right? So it says defense analyst Francis Tusa highlighted China's rapid advancements, right? Advancements in AI and military technology, stating that the country is not restrained by fears over AI. The Sun reported, quote, they are developing new ship designs, new submarine designs, and new fighter aircraft designs at a dazzling rate. Again, this is Moab, man. This is China, right? You already know how they get down with their technology, man. And it's all stemming from Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai from the left-hand side, right? While he is raising up the whole BRICS nation, raising up Russia, Brazil, China, India, South Africa, Ethiopia, Iran, Iraq, Egypt, all these countries that's a part of the BRICS, man. He's raising them up, right? And who better to use than the China when it comes to AI technology? That's why he's allowing them to rapidly come up with these designs, right, at a dazzling rate. It says, and that's an end quote. It says, Tulsa said, quote again, they are moving 4 or 5 times faster than the states, man. They outdoing us 4 or 5 times, faster, man. And I say us just talking about America. I ain't a part of America. Y'all already know, man. I'm a part of Israel, right? Being part of the Lord's people, not the state of Israel, but actual bloodline Israel, all right? Because again, this is a bloodline thing, right? Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and the speckled bird, which are Israelites by blood that spread out through all 4 corners of the earth, meaning spread out throughout the whole globe. All right, that grew up in other nations, just like the Hellenized Greeks, which were Israelites, but grew up as Greeks, and so they had the ways of the Greeks. They, even just believing into their deities, um, you know, participating in their rituals and their holidays and their folly days. Should I say not holidays but folly days, et cetera, et cetera. Same thing that our people are doing today, caught up into America's witchcraft, man, and their vain philosophies, and not understanding that we have a true power in the heavens, man, right? That the Most High Yahweh chose us to be be his people, man. Right? But 2/3 of our people, man, are wicked. And we are not supposed to be dealing with that wickedness, man. Right? We teach to bring our people out of that wickedness. And for the ones that don't want to come out of that wickedness, we keep separated from. And just like we keep separated from these heathens, man. Because they have no dealings with Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Right? And Yahweh Bashim Yahushua only deals with them for destruction. Right? And he allows them to destroy so that way he can come and destroy and show his power. Right? So it says Tusa, so like it predicts that autonomous machines from China could emerge within 2 years. Last month, Chinese firm Unitary Robotics showcased its robotic gun dog during a military exercise with the Cambodian military. All right, again, just being that washing pot, man, and washing pot goes into like being, kind of like being a thorn. Let me grab it real quick. I'm already, yeah. All right, so this is Psalm 60:8. It says, Moab is my wash pot. All right, let's go into the root word of that, man, a wash pot. All right, it's the Strong's Concordance number 85518. The Hebrew word is
Strong's H5518. Seer.
It says outline biblical uses: pot, household utensil, pot of temple. It says thorn, hook, briar, thorns, hooks. It says Strong's definition from a primitive root meaning to boil up a pot, also a thorn, right? And here's the point: as springing up rapidly. Just like the article was saying, right? He's rapidly increasing the AI and technology, man. Right, being that watch pot, man, to bring that AI technology against the whore, man, which is America, Babylon, right? The daughter of Babylon, also spiritually known as Egypt and Nineveh, so on and so on, right? To be that watch pot, man, Moab being that watch pot. It says, verse 8, over Edom will I cast out my shoe, right? Just like how the bricks is going, basically teaming is going against Amalek right now, man, right? And Moab is that watch pot. China is that watch pot, man, right? To be that thorn into Amalek's side, man, and into America's side, man, right? Increasing that AI technology at a rapid pace, right? So it says back at the article, it says China drives to surpass the West appeals to the country's leader Xi Jinping and could embolden Russia's Vladimir Putin, right? Just basically giving Vladimir Putin more confidence to continue pushing, right? Taking over Ukraine to continue to push and move further, right? And start to take over Finland and so on to the point where it'll eventually take over all of Europe, right? And Europe as a whole will be under the BRICS nation, turning their back against America, right? To also shoot arrows against America, and thus saith Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Right? You can catch that in Revelations. All right. I would say that's Revelation 16 and 17, but I could be wrong on that. All right. Salaki. So it says, Tusa noted, quote, for the Chinese, it's the issue of have we beaten the Americans and the UK in getting a fully autonomous fighter aircraft? And that's their whole goal, man, to beat America at everything, right? Just like everybody was trying to go to the moon, right? Everybody, I mean, that's what the BRICS want to do. They want to completely overcome America as a whole, man. But it's too late, for one, because they already sit from that golden cup, right? So they have a destruction because of that, right? And then not only with that, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is only raising y'all up to for y'all to go basically destroy each other, right? For y'all to destroy America while he can, and while that's happening, as they're destroying each other, right? And America's gonna be completely wiped out, and the state of Israel as well, right? He's gonna come in and beam up the elect, right? The 1/3 in the elect, the 1/3 and the 144 hopeful elect. He's going to beam them up, right, to right, which is the salvation that the scripture is talking about, right? So right now we're spiritually saved, man, by putting away these vain philosophies, to following laws, statutes, commandments to the best of our ability. But there's a physical salvation as well, right? Just like the time when he delivered us out of Egypt, right? It's a physical salvation as well. And when that happens, man, as these two countries are going against each other, right? And then right before America is destroyed completely, right? They're going to be going to war with Yahweh Shai and the angels and his legion of angels, because he's going to show up to come gather elect and to continue to to finish off who he wants to finish off, right? To completely make America desolate and complete make Israel desolate, man. And this place is just going to continue to stay on fire, right, for a long time. It says their huge prestige. I think they'll go all out of autonomy and harnessing AI, and I think Russia will follow suit, man. Of course, because they're part of the BRICS nation. Of course, they're gonna follow suit, right? Just but again, all this is coming from the left hand side of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua to raise them up to completely wipe this place out, man. It says, meanwhile, the UK's Ministry of Defense is investing millions in developing AI-based weapon systems, man. Right? It says, however, this is the kicker. It says a spokesperson informed declassified UK.org that the UK, quote, does not possess fully autonomous weapons and has no intention of developing them, man. Right? And that's probably coming from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua to keep so that way the Brits and all can do what they got to do. All right. All right, so let's grab a couple scriptures real quick. But again, remember that Moab is the watch pot for the Lord, man. All right. So from there, let's go to Jeremiah 48 real quick, because at the end of it all, man, Moab has a sure destruction. All right, so we're not scared of your inventions. We're not scared of none of that, man. All right, because we know we have a covering and we know the Lord's prophecies, man, and that's why we teach the Lord's prophecies. Right? It says, verse 46, Jeremiah 48 and 46, 47. So like it says, because this is the ending prophecy for Moab. It says, yea, will I bring again the captivity of Moab in the latter days, saith the Lord. How thus far is the judgment of Moab, man. And just going into what they have to look forward to after all of this destruction is over with and after the salvation has been completed. All right, because again, it's going to be other nations on the world. The world is not going to blow up as a whole, right? It's just the lake of fire is talking about America being completely destroyed and the state of Israel going to be completely destroyed. And these other countries are going to take major damage and major losses, right? But they're not going to be completely wiped out. All right. Again, salvation is only for the Negroes, Latinos, the Native Americans, and the speckled bird, man. All right. So I just want to bring that out to show you that, man, they got some coming their way at the end of this, man. It's not going to be all peaches and creams for them. All right. And we can get more understanding on that. I'm going to go on the other one. This second address, 15. All right. Before I even read that. All right. And 46. All right. Matter of fact, let's just start from the top. I'm gonna jump through this a little bit. Second address 15 and 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy. And that's why we do these lessons, man. Right? Because the Lord has left a trailer, right? And I say trailer just because this is his movie, right? He has left a trailer for us, right? To be able to watch and to be able to understand, right? Which is the scriptures, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. Right? Now, we might not have the whole entire picture. Only Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has it, right? But we will be informed. Once we're being up to those chariots and made perfect, we'll be informed of everything at that point. All right. But right now, He has given us enough to be able to sustain our faith, our righteousness. By trying to follow the laws, statutes, commandments to the best of your ability, not falling into idolatry, right? He has given us enough information to know what's coming to pass, what's the future, what was the past and the future, who we are as a people, right? The curses, the blessings, right? He has left all this information for us, man. And the only people that can truly have that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding are the men of the Lord, man. Stemming through Apostle Tahar, GMS, and their elders, right? Through my elder Aharwam of the Lions Den Camp, right? Down to the rest of the prophets, man. All right, it says, Second Esdras 15:1, Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true, right? So these scriptures are faithful and true, man. Right? Nobody can knock it, man. Nobody can say it ain't, right? Because the Lord shows us every day that his word ain't no joke, man. It says, fear not the imaginations against thee, man. Right? So we're not fearing none of this AI technology. We're not fearing none of these vaccines they pushing. We're not fearing none of these man-made viruses, because all of this stuff, the Lord told us it was gonna come. Pestilence, diseases, famine, destructions, so on and so on. Right? That's why we do these videos and we go out on the highways and byways to teach our people to stand tall on Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, to turn back and repent, to allow Yahweh Shah to be your foundation, man. Because if you don't, man, you're gonna fall into all of these destructions, man. All right, the beginning of sorrows is in the midst, man. Jacob trouble is in the midst. The MOTB is right around the corner, man. Right? It's all of this stuff is being manifested. We just gotta understand that it takes time for it to fully come to pass. Right? It's just not gonna happen in a matter of seconds. Right? It takes time for all of this stuff to, because 1,000 years on earth is one day to the Lord. So we got to remember that, man. It says, fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity, the unbelief, or the unbelieving, right, of them trouble thee, man. So we, again, we stay away from the 2/3, man, the wicked and Esau, Edom, which is also the wicked, right, and these other heathens, man. We stay away from their ideals, they philosophies, their beliefs, their faith. We stay away from all of that because it's not a part of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Right? Yahweh Bashim Yahushua doesn't even rock with them for real. Right? So they have no faith. They have no true faith. Right? They have no true works. They have no true. They have true works. Their true works is from the left hand side though. They have no righteous works. All right. So let me clear that up. They have no righteous works from the right hand side. All right. That's why the Lord has indignation against Esau, Edom, and the rest of these heathens, man. All right. It says, Verse 4, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness, going into the 2/3, right? And how our people are so stuck on the philosophies of these heathens, right? They're going to be stuck in that, man, and they're going to die in that unfaithfulness. At verse 5, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, right? And he's doing that now, right? All over again, just like he did during the time of Egypt, man, and other times, right? That wasn't the only time he brought plagues on the earth, right? He's doing it again, right? It says, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, right? Meaning going into that AI technology and other different type of military weaponry, right? Going into those new AI aircrafts and submarines and battleships that China is creating, right? Because China, Moab is that wash pot, man. All right, it says famine, right? And if we see famine, inflation is a part of famine, right? All across the world, it's famine all the way across the world right now. Man. People are starving, right? China just put out some information. I don't know how true this is, but allegedly they're recruiting black men to come over and to help populate their country because they're basically running low on people, I guess. But they're offering to pay people to come over there and make babies, right? Basically, so they can, and they want black people to come do it. Now, this could happen for a few reasons because once they they did their little scientific work or whatever. Now they realize that they actually do come from so-called black people because black people All right, there's no such thing as white people or black people. We all are different shades of brown. Period. Yeah, all right. So you just look up the shades of brown. You'll see that the Caucasian race skin tone is there, all the way up down to the darkest African you find skin tone is there. Right. So, but again, they are understanding that their bloodline comes through so-called black men, all right, or they'll say Africans, all right. But again, their forefather is Lot, all right, and then Lot's children, all right, or children or grandchildren, however you want to call them. They're married into the Canaanites, if I'm not mistaken, which is the bloodline of Ham. All right, but to them, they believe that it's just called African. All right, so by that being said, all right, who's gonna go over there, Jake? if it's true that they're paying people to come over there, who's gonna really go over there, Jake? Jake gonna go over there and be laying babies everywhere. All right, and what is their country gonna do? What is their government gonna do if we're still around by the time those children get a little older? Right, what they're gonna do? Put the children in slavery, as they already do their own people, right? Allegedly, right? I don't want to, YouTube be wild, but allegedly put those children into slavery, put them on the front lines, continue to bring harm against the children of Israel, as they did in the past, right? As they're still doing now, technically, because any Israelite that's over there now, man, they despise them, man. Right? If you ain't speaking their language, they pretty much despise you. I think it's one cat over there, and I believe truly that he's an Israelite, but he's from, I think, Ghana and Africa or something like that. Man, Elder be watching a lot of his videos. But brother, he's a cool brother, man. But he be over there, and he didn't gain their trust basically. But anybody like us go over there, a Negro from the hood, and you go over there with that hood mentality, or just go over there. Period. They ain't gonna really rock with you. They really don't like us like that, man. And that's just that hatred that's always been in them, right? Since the ancient times when the Israelites were dealing with the Moabites. All right, so it's like for rambling. Let's get back to it. It says, verse 5 again, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. And that's the point, man. He's bringing destruction to this place, man. Right? It says, for wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, right? Because America passed that golden cup around. And everybody took a sip of it. Right? It says, and their hurtful works are fulfilled, man. So again, so they do have works, but it's hurtful works, right? Stemming from the left-hand side. And I'm going to jump through this a little bit, just trying to make the video shorter. Verse 14, second Esdras in chapter 15. Verse 14, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, right? We're seeing that now, right? And we're seeing Teman versus Amalek. We're seeing Ammon versus Moab. We're seeing we're seeing all these different countries go up against each other, right? One country against another country, or one people against another people, right? But just Yahweh Shem Yahushua raising up the BRICS, man, to take over NATO and the EU and America, and then eventually NATO is going to be completely leave America basically, and join up with the BRICS, right? And that's prophecy. That's said for Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and we already pretty much seeing that happen, right? Look at Turkey. Turkey already left NATO. They just left NATO this year and joined up with the BRICS. Now this is the second major powerhouse as far as military goes. They're the second biggest military of NATO, and they left NATO. So now you got America. That's pretty much all you got. I mean, they got other countries too, man. But you as far as like major powerhouses, you're running kind of low over there, NATO. America can't do it by themselves, man. Right? So not only did they lose their second biggest, right, that ended up joining up with their enemies, right? All the rest of these countries I sent back thinking about it now, like, I don't see a good ending. How about Shem Yahushua told us all this was gonna happen, man. Right? The whole be left by herself, man. And she gonna be completely destroyed. Right, in the state of Israel as well. It says, for there shall be sedition Did I finish that verse? So like I'm finished for 15. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, the swords in their hand, and swords in their hand. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Right? And what's the course of their actions, man? Right? Going that can go into the AI technology as well, right? Because that's gonna what stand in their power, right? While they sitting back pushing buttons, all right, but just going into all their vain philosophies and stuff that they have pushed against the world, man, right? So it says, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. They don't care. All right, the Lord is cranking everything. He gonna make everybody go against everybody, right? All right, so it's second Esdras 15:46 and verse 46, and thou, Asia, that are partaker of the hope of Babylon, and art the glory of her persons. Why? Why is that? It says, woe be unto thee, thou wretch, because thou, and this is the reason, because thou hast made thyself like unto her, and hast decked thy daughters in whoredom, that they might please the glory in thy lovers, which have always desired to commit whoredom with thee. Thou hast followed her, that is hated in all her works and inventions. All right, so this is all coming from Yahweh Bashim Yahweh, right? Those hurtful works, right? Those wicked inventions that they come up with to destroy the people, right? Those wicked inventions, and that even go into these I don't want to say it too YouTube be tripping, man, but they even go into the C-19, etc., all these other viruses that they pretty much create and put on the people, HIV, etc., man. They This is what these countries do, man, and it's all to depopulate the earth, right? All that's wickedness, man. The Lord ain't never tell nobody to depopulate the earth, right? Now he did say go out and destroy some kingdoms, but he ain't never say depopulate the earth, right? It need to be at a certain number at all times. He never said that, man. All right, the Lord made this. You see how big the planet is, man. Well, it can sustain a lot more people, right? But again, the wicked is so wicked, man, that they want to be stingy with all the resources, and just allow people to starve, man. Allow people to die. Anyway, back to it. It says, thou hast followed her that is hated in all her works and inventions, man. So it's just like America building the dolls, now we got China finna build dolls even better. All right. But since y'all want to continue to be like the whore, the Lord is against y'all as well. Therefore saith God, or Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, will send plagues upon the widowhood. Right? And what is widowhood? All right. So going more into, allegedly they want us, Negroes to come over there and help populate their country. Um, so it's something going on over there, if that's the case. Right? It says poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence to waste thy house with destruction and death, and the glory of thy power shall be dried up as a flower. The heat shall arise that is sent over thee, man. And what's that heat? Right? Nuclear destruction. Right? Yahweh Shem or Yahweh Shai laser that he's gonna be shooting at people as well. Right? And bringing their country low. Right? It's not gonna be completely destroyed because they gotta go into captivity, man. But at the end of the day, uh, their flower's gonna be dried up and withered, man. Thus saith Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. This is why we're not scared of their inventions, man. Let's grab that. That's a good one too. That's not the one I'm looking for though. Let me grab it real quick. All right, because Yahweh Bashim Yahushua doesn't want us to be um ignorant of Satan devices, man. Right, so he allows us to basically find out. He gives us the information of Satan devices so we can be prepared. All right, especially like the MOTB, all right, and ICBM missiles, AI technology, All right, this is 2 Corinthians 2. It says, "Least Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices." So the Lord ain't gonna let Satan, basically have one up on us. All right, so he informs us of the inventions and devices of Satan, so we can be prepared for those situations. All right, like the MOTB. All right, but again, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, right, Lord willing, I'm part of that number, man, because uh, in that day, man, it's gonna be, basically Jacob's trouble, man. It's gonna be very hard out here for the people that ain't covered by Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. My phone be bugging sometimes. Lucky y'all. Alright, it was a precept I want to grab and I end it real quick. Alright, so I ended on this precept on these couple verses. Proverbs in chapter 8, verse 10. "Receive my instruction and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold." Right, because this knowledge, man, that we're pushing throughout the four corners of the earth, right, all through the globe, right, north, east, south, and west, right, is it's a beautiful thing, man. Right, it's so precious that only a select few has it and will receive it. All right, the 1/3 and the 144, hope for elect. All right, and Lord willing, I'm part of that number. Y'all rock this up, Hashem Yahushua. All right, so we got to understand that this wisdom, right, informs us of Satan devices, of Satan inventions, of the wicked inventions of these heathens, man. Right, so we can be prepared spiritually and physically. All right, Proverbs 8 and 10. "Receive my instruction and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. For wisdom is better than rubies," man. Because wisdom will keep your ass safe, man. Right, wisdom will keep you from taking that MOTB. Wisdom will keep you from running off to Egypt for help. Meaning basically running to anything really, running to anything besides Yahweh Bashim Yahushua for help, man. Trying to move out of the country before World War III happens, right? None of that stuff is gonna save you, man. It's destruction and pestilence and famine, and all of this is coming across the whole entire earth, man. Right? You will want to be here to be part of that salvation, right? Because most of the Israelites are on over here on this side, right? So salvation is, a lot of the salvation is going to be here, right? So we stay here and we just standing on the on the foundation of Yahweh Shai in the spirit, man, because we have that faith and that belief that we'll be saved in that day. All right, it says verse 11, "For wisdom is better than rubies," and that's part of the wisdom, to know the truth, right? To know the prophecies, to be blessed with the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of what's coming and how to make it through the fire, right? That the Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has a promise for the 1/3 and the 144 to bring them through the fire, man. To keep that faith and to understand that, hey, no matter what we go through, we're covered, man. And it says, "And all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to it," man. Nothing can be compared to this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, right? Stemming from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. "I, wisdom, dwell with prudence and find out knowledge of witty inventions," man. Right? So we find out knowledge of these witty inventions, right? And that comes from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, blessing you with that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, right? To be prepared and be cautious of the wicked, witty inventions, right? Of the 2/3 of our people, these heathens, man, and these other nations, right? All right, so I'm gonna end it there. All right, I'm gonna end it on 13, man, because the fear of the Lord, right, and the fear of the Lord is the beginning of what, right? The beginning of wisdom, not beginning of knowledge. It says the fear of the Lord, right? And the Lord's name is what? Yahweh. All right. The fear of Yahweh is to hate evil, man. Right? We hate evil, we hate pride and arrogancy and the evil way, and the forward mouth do I hate. Right? So we hate evil because we have that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that came from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. We hate what he hate. right? We hate the evil. We hate pride, right? And in June was part of Pride Month, right? We hate that, and we hate prideful people, right? That can't be taught, that feel like they know everything, that they feel like they have their own spiritual connection with the Lord, right? And all of that stuff will get you destroyed, man, because the Lord told you to worship Him in sincerity and in truth. And in truth is by worshiping Him how He told you to worship Him, not how you feel like you got a relationship with Him or how you feel like you want to worship Him, right? So we hate the evil, we hate the pride and arrogancy, man. People that's arrogant that feel like, oh, I'm this, I'm that. You know, if you ain't, basically if you ain't following me, you know what I'm saying, then you ain't. Well, let me rephrase that. Basically, matter of fact, I'm gonna give you an example. We had a guy come up to us on Saturday at camp, man. If you watch the video, you'll see him on there. Basically saying he basically was the son of God. Um, I forgot what name he used, but he didn't say Yahweh Shai. And he used the name Yahweh because that's not the Lord's name either. That's not the Heavenly Father's name. His true name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, not Yahweh. All right. But he was just coming up saying all kind of crazy stuff out of his mouth, basically trying to act like he was the Hamashiach, right? Act like he was Yahweh Shai, the anointed one, right? And then he went over there and started praying to his damn statue. I was like, and bowed to it. I said, man, this shit here crazy. He's so lost. But that's the arrogancy, man. We couldn't even. We were trying to teach him, and he was so stuck on what he had going on that he felt like he was this and that. He was being so arrogant that the Lord made him on camera go over there and worship a damn statue, right? Pretty much marking him for destruction. Right? He marked himself, and we marked him, and the Lord marked him for destruction, man. All right, it says, and evil ways, man. So we hate evil, pride, arrogance, and the evil way, right? The evil way of these heathens and the evil way of 2/3 of our people, man. Just like the man I was just talking about, right? And the forward mouth, forward mouth, man. All right, so my elder went into that. Oh, it says forward mouth do I hate. All right, so let's get into that forward mouth, man. All right, it's like. Go with him, man. We're gonna go to Proverbs. All right, 8:13. Because I kept during the camp lesson on Saturday, I kept saying forward, but it's forward. All right, a forward. All right, this is the Hebrew word.
Strong's H8419. Tapucha. Tapucha.
Tapuka. All right. Outline of biblical uses. It says a perverse thing, perversity. By definition, a perversity or fraud. All right. Forwardness or so it's just basically a fraud, man. Perverse. And it says and the forward. It's like a forward mouth. Do I hate, man? So that basically line talking out your ass, just like old boy was on Saturday. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it there. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, who will need to be edifying too. And again, remember to without this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, you will get caught up in the devices of Satan and these wicked, witty inventions of Satan, right, which stem from the left hand side, right, that's been pushed down to these 2/3 of our people and the heathen, these wicked other nations. All right, so remember to keep Yahweh Bashim Yahushua first, to return and repent, to worship in the proper true names, to follow the law, statutes, commandments to the best of your ability, to continue to read scriptures and do your homework, do due diligent research, to follow the right teachers, right, and start off with Apostle Tahar, GMS, and their elders, and my elder Ahar one with the Lions Den Camp, all pushing the same truth, man, the truth of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, and pushing Yahweh Shai's doctrine and not men's doctrine. All right, all of these things that help get you to the kingdom, man. All right, but again, it is predestinated. And if you do end up with the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, just remember that when he call you, don't take your hand off the plow, man. All right. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Yahweh Ratazah, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Shalom. DTA.